how he performed and everything you're thinking?
Man, I felt great. I was finding my groove. We saw on the scoreboards after. I was kind of surprised. But I thought I had it. I thought I had at least one of them. The first one, I know he took me down. And then at the ending, he had that takedown. So it is what it is. I felt good. Showing off my hands. I was landing. I was being fast. I think I had him surprised in there. Like I said, I was doing good until I wasn't.
Right, so obviously he did get the knockout, right? But before that, he'd landed some shots. Did he feel any stronger or more powerful than other guys you faced? Did it just suddenly surprise you that he managed to land that?
No, not at all. The first couple rounds, he landed a couple right hooks, left hooks. He took me down. He didn't feel too strong. And gave him inches. He landed something that I found myself looking at him up from the ground. So it is what it is.
Obviously, you know, everyone's always on about the chin, stuff like that. You mentioned earlier this week you care a lot about your brain health and stuff like that. Is the plan now to take a little time off and recover properly? We've seen guys rush back in there and maybe too soon. What's your plans moving forward?
I'm going to sit down with the team, relax. There's nothing needed to be rushing back right now. Probably try to come back summer. Big July card, right? In Vegas, do something. We'll see what happens. 55 looks really good right now.
Obviously, Elia's had a fantastic year and a fantastic run, right? He got Volk, he got you. How do you rate him? Everyone's going to be starting looking at him as the next thing in featherweight. Obviously, he's got a rematch Volk, but how do you rate him, having been in there with him, compared to some of the other guys you faced?
He's good, but I can't say too much. He won. That's why. But it's like any other guy. You go out there, you can figure out a way to beat him. It was just something like I was scratching my head all along. Oh, well, what to do that? You guys saw the fight. I felt good in there. I felt great. So I didn't. He landed a perfect shot.
Thanks again for coming to speak to us, man.
Hey Max, Yusuf here. It was a great fight, great job. My question, Masvidal got the BMF title, then he was knocked out. Gaethje the same, then you the same. Do you feel that BMF belt is cursed?
No, I don't feel like it. That's just a weird coincidence, I would say.
Thank you.
Max, you mentioned 55 looking good. Do you feel like that would be a permanent move for the rest of your career?
I'm going to sit down with my team. We see, like I said, I had the best 45 cut here, but what else is there to do? I had a couple of times to reclaim it. New guys coming up, yeah, that'd be fun. But I think 55 looks more fun as fighting. Just more the caliber and everyone there and the names there is look really exciting to put my name in the mix.
Sure. You're a legend, brother. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming
brother.
back.
Just over here, Max. I noticed you were very kick-heavy throughout the fight while it lasted. What was the game plan going in against Ilya?
Just mixing it up. That's it. He kicked. We know he liked kicking. I kicked him. I punched him. We just wanted to be a complete mixed martial artist, you know, so that's what we was doing.
Thank you, Max.
Max, hi. Right over here in front. Again, thank you so very much for this wonderful performance and for the wonderful career. So I have an unusual question. Your theme song, walkout song today, it started with Pain's theme from Naruto. Could you share what was the thought behind that?
I loved it when Pain intro always came in Naruto. It was just cool. It was great. He had his moment too, and this is it. I just loved it. Me and my wife is a big Naruto fan. We listened to it and it was like, this is the song. This is what we're gonna walk out to. And
another thing, were you surprised by Ilya's grappling? Did you expect him to grapple?
I thought he was gonna shoot. I didn't want to say too much because I wanted him to think I didn't have no idea, but we was getting ready for him to shoot in the first round, and he did. And when he took a shot, I was like, oh, let's see how he is. When he's on top of me, he didn't feel too strong. I was able to get up. I was irritating him, peppering him. I was able to stand back up, and then I think this was trying to use it as a, look, I can take you down and try to box, but I think him not being able to hold me down kind of frustrated him.
And one more from me. You fought both Volkanovski, obviously, and now Topuria as well. Dana mentioned that probably a rematch with Volk is next for Ilya. Just want to hear your thought on how you potentially see this fight playing out.
Man, they're both different fighters. They're both good in their own ways. I can see Volk winning the fight in different ways, and then I can see Ilya winning the fight in different ways. Both top-notch guys. Both deserve to be fighting for the title. Ilya deserves to be a champion right now, so I can't wait. That should be a fun fight.
Thank you.
Max over here. First of all, I just want to say thank you for your beautiful career. After the fight, you and Ilya shook hands and talked to each other. Can you share us what you said to each other?
I just told him congrats. He's telling me I'm a legend. All that talk that he does, I think he just does it for you guys. He seems like a really good, cool guy. At the end of the day, he's just being nice. Telling me I was a legend. Telling me he watched my career coming up, and He takes a lot of inspiration. Him and his brother is nice and cool, so it is what it is. It's a media game. That's the way he wants to play it. That's the way he plays it. But behind the scenes, he's a cool guy.
Yes, and also to say that one judge gave you the first round. Can you share us what was your mind after the first round?
I felt good, man. I felt good in there. I was landing shots. I was feeling good. I thought we had the second round too. I know he landed some big shots, but I was a little bit more busy. I was landing my shots. But you never know. You can't. The great Bert Watson said, "Never leave that shit in the judges. They'll make you cry." And have to even go that there. He landed the perfect shot, and kudos to him.
And one last question from me. You mentioned 155 many times. Should we expect more of your fights in the 155 after that?
I'm going to sit down with my team, like I said, and talk to them. And 55 is looking good, man. Like I said, I had to give up ramen for this camp. I want to get back on that ramen diet, man.
Thank you.
Sorry, Max, just one more.
Yeah, for
I know you had good praise for Ilya there. Dana was in here. He said you are still the BMF champion, but Ilya's strutting around backstage with the UFC belt on one shoulder and his BMF one on the other. Just your thought on that?
It is what it is. It wasn't... could you imagine Islam walking around with 2 belts after knocking out Volk? Let that sink in. The belt was in a different weight class for a different reason. I think the fans make it happen. If the UFC really wanted to make it happen, they would have put it up, and I don't know why they didn't, but Dana said what he said, so he's the boss man.
Hi, Max. To your left.
Oh, right there.
Hard luck. You fought a very nice and a good fight.
Thank
but
you.
As you said, it's a game of inches. I understand that you've mentioned that you're looking at 55 right now, 155 right now, but a match against Diego Lopez, does it interest you?
See what happens, you know? Never say never. It only interests me if I can get right back to the title shot. It would make no sense to take out another contender, and I gotta go fight another contender, and fight another contender, and then get to fight Topuria or Volk, whoever wins, you know? So, I mean, we see what happens, you know? If I had to put my UFC cap on, Topuria's not turning around in Feb. I guarantee to make Volk and Diego fight for an interim title, and then maybe later in the year they fight. So I think Lopez is already taken.
Can I have a suggestion, please? I hope it's not Dustin Poirier's last fight, but I think if you can be his last fight and get one back, it would be sad, but at the same time, you know, a win for you.
Hey, that'd be nice. The Diamond, sign me up, bro. I love that guy. I got nothing but respect for the guy, but he is up 2-0 against my ass, and I don't have the best luck against people who's 2-0 against me, so I guess I got to try it again.
I mean, he doesn't have a UFC belt, so the BMF can be something
Hey,
tempting for him.
hey, I like the way you think, bro. UFC needs to hire your ass.
Thank you, man.
Да, Макс, теперь потенциального боя между Ильей Топурией и Исламом Махачевым.
Had you won tonight, there was a potential that you might have been going up and fighting Islam Makhachev for a championship. What do you think now that Ilya won tonight? Do you think that makes sense for him to fight Makhachev?
I mean, I don't know. You know, I saw Dana White talk about it. Dana White said that Ilya got a lot of contenders here, so we see what happens. You know, I think so. Certain situations come up for certain fighters because of certain workload that they do. So at the end of the day, if he gets it, that's cool. But probably not. He has Volk and Diego, you know, rhyming down the door right now. So I think they might keep him down here.
Дана Вайт сказал, что у него все еще много оппонентов, много соперников в его весовой категории, поэтому, не знаю, может быть, да, но в принципе у него еще есть и Волк, и Диего Лопес, с которым нужно сначала подраться, а потом может быть.
Да, вопрос заключался в прогнозе. Вот, я хотел услышать его прогноз на этот бой потенциально.
The question is also in the prediction. Potentially, if they did fight Ilya versus Makhachev, what would you think? Who would win?
I mean, bro, it's hard to go against Islam. You know, it's hard to go against him. His fighting style is a tough one. You know, he likes wrestling. He likes striking. Now he's falling in love with his striking. So, I mean, it's hard to bet against Islam.
Сложно против Ислама загадывать, потому что у него отличная борьба, поэтому, скорее всего, против Ислама сложно.
Да, и последний вопрос. Сегодня было очень много крутых, ярких боев. Какие он успел посмотреть, какие для него запомнились?
No, I wasn't able to watch any of them. I mean, I saw some of the racket one, and then I saw from the locker room we saw Cosmos one. That guy squeezes unreal, right? I saw Robert's teeth. Is that a real picture? That's a real picture, yeah. Bro, that's what the hell? How hard is he squeezing, bro? That's crazy.
Нет, не особо ничего не видел особо. Чуть-чуть увидел бой Рачича и увидел бой Хамзата. И Роберта, правда такая челюсть? У него правда с зубами это произошло? Как сильно он сжал ему челюсть?
Hey, thank you guys. You guys gonna see me back? It's not a funeral, guys. I promise.
I only know enough to order a sandwich.
Ilya, какие маршрут?
Congrats. You lived up to your promise to be the first person to knock out Max Holloway. Just how does it feel knowing, another prediction you forecasted came to life?
Muy usual. ¿Cómo se diría eso en inglés?
Very normal, very
normal.
mundane.
Yeah, it feels Monday. It feels like in Monday. I don't know. I call this because I knew it. It's a surprise for a lot of people, but for me, it's like I knew it. I said it and I did it.
Was there anything about the fight that surprised you at all as it went? I mean, I know you thought he wasn't going to meet you in the middle when you pointed,
This is
but
what surprised me, that I pointed the ground and he didn't stop with me in the middle of the octagon, and he started some bullshit like this. It was like, you call yourself the bull. When you called me out, you said, I'm the bull, the matador is running from me. You never see a bull doing this, right? So, yeah, that surprised me a little bit. So I had to change the game plan a little bit, but at the end of the day, I get the knockout.
is that why you brought the BMF belt today after the fight, because he did not do that?
I never understand the fact that why they didn't put the BMF belt on the line. It has to be on the line since the first day, but they don't want to make it official. I'm going to make it official by myself.
Dana wasn't here, and he did say that Max is still the BMF champion. So
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird from them to promote him as a BMF, but it is what it is. No problem. I'm going to keep it in my house.
the BMF champion has been knocked out in their next fight every time they've
That's
won
right.
that.
Now, I'm the baddest motherfucker world champion.
Dana, when he was in here as well, he said the rematch with Alexander Volkanovski is going to be next. He bet you in the cage. I know it's a lot of respect between you two. Is that the fight you think is the right matchup to make for your next title defense?
Yeah, to be honest, at this point, there's no one else that deserves the shot more than Volk, right? He's been a great champion. He's a legend in the featherweight division, so he deserves the shot without any doubt. So, but at the same time, it's that I'm going to take a small break. So we'll see. We'll see how the things will hang on in the featherweight division. Maybe he accepts a fight with some new contender and it doesn't play out like he is planning, and I'm going to have to face someone else. I don't know.
Would you be okay if Alex fought Diego Lopez for an interim title in February?
That's not my business. I don't care. When I'm going to be ready,